Francisco's fancy and futuristic new Transbay Park. But will the project that sits 3 stories up in the financial district fall victim to a chronic San Francisco problem? We sent KPI X5's Phil Mateer to find out how they're going to deal with the homeless. Phil?
Well, that is the big question here in San Francisco, whether it's on the street or in the multi-million park going in above it. As Skydrone 5 shows, San Francisco's newest park is going to be a world-class attraction. 5.5 acres of trees and pathways, all sitting in the middle of downtown, all atop a massive transit center. But this being San Francisco, we had to ask, what's to keep this from turning into the next big homeless camp?
Well, the park design, which I talked about, the fact that we will have 3 layers of security. So we'll have police, security officers, and then we'll have ambassadors.
And there is the park itself.
If you put it in perspective to buildings that are around here, it's twice as long as the Ferry Building, and even as tall as Salesforce Tower is at almost 1,100 feet, we're still much longer than it.
And it all sits atop the city's new transit center and surrounded by skyscrapers and some of the busiest streets in California. Even getting up here will be a trip. One option being riding this gondola up from the street.
The park is designed with safety and security in mind.
Even the benches are too small to lie down on. How much is it going to cost to maintain all this?
Well, for the overall operations of the center, we've budgeted about $1.5 million to maintain the park. You see 16,000 plants, more than 600 trees. You're going to see security up here. And year-round, you're going to have events and activities that are free to the public. Everything from yoga classes to Zumba classes.
So what do you do if somebody shows up with their tent and their backpack?
We have park rules regulations. And so no backpacks, no tents.
So you don't want this to turn into another BART station?
No, we want it to be something where people want to come and enjoy.
And the way to do that is to keep it active, they feel. That if you can keep people coming in day and night, and as you saw how it's designed, not a lot of open spaces for people to hang out on, well, maybe they just won't be hanging, at least in the way that we're seeing in other parks. In downtown San Francisco, Phil Mateer, KPI X5.
I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders, like our millstone, and peace and salutations to all your brothers out there teaching this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, let's do. You notice in the video, right? He said, "Y'all don't want this to be another. Y'all don't want this to be another BART station, you know." And the brother did a video on it last week on the BART station. Oh, here it is, right here. Junkies take over quarters of San Francisco Civic Center. Right. So this is what's happening on the underground. Okay. In San Francisco, but you know what they ended up doing? They said, fuck it. We're not building no more parks for people. We're building parks for the elites. And this is a trend that's going to be increasingly happen, right? And then what's the main concern for the article? Is the homeless, okay? Yeah, see, it says that's the big question. How are we going to keep poor people away from the wealthy, you know? So I'm going to bring out some quick scriptures, right? Because I don't know if you brothers have seen films such as Judge Dredd, all right, and other just futuristic dystopian films where it always has the elites living on the top, and at the bottom is Jake pretty much, and the poor, okay? So I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures. This is Job 20 and 18. That which he laboreth for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. All right, so you so-called white people, you over here building, we know what America, right? This, you know, in order for you to create this, you had to destroy a lot of places in the world to import whatever steel and concrete, wherever the heck you were bringing in. Okay, workers. Right, yeah, oh, this is all nice and pretty, but this isn't even real land. This is a platform built 3 stories high, stretching 8 acres. You know, they're creating land strictly for the elites, all right? It says, because he hath oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. And that's what you so-called white people do, right? The reason why a lot of these people are homeless is because you so-called white people kicked them out of their homes, all right? The vast majority of, I believe, the Oakland homeless, they said, they living up in Oakland, and just last year they was all up in they was living, they're Alameda County residents. Okay, so you see this Jake catching nothing but pure hell, living homeless. And what is Esau doing? He's spending billions, all right, billions every year on these new, not only to keep these homeless, but on stuff like this. Okay, billions. They said it's going to cost about a few million to operate each year, and you know it's going to be a lot more than that. Okay, hey, because he has oppressed and forsaken the poor. You forsaken the poor. Okay, it's your job to make sure people aren't going homeless, right? The so-called white man, he doesn't give a shit, man. He's the worst. He is the worst steward of the earth ever. Okay, ever. And the Most High needs to kill him. All right, the Most High needs to take his ass out. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you're always going to be hungry. You're always going to want more. Okay. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. All right. And that's what's going to happen. Okay. Nobody wants to deal with you devils no more. Okay. Nobody wants to go to get with you goddamn devils. All right. If in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and that there is the labor, okay? And that's what's going to happen, okay? The labor, the Israelites, right now the so-called white man, he's at the fullness of his sufficiency right now, okay? He has the whole world, okay? He has all the technology. He can easily institute the mark of the beast any day now. And he's in straits. You can see his society is crumbling, all right? His society is through. Look, you got people shacked up, living like prisoners, man. Okay, this is America. This is the richest place in the world. This is San Francisco, California, man. Bay Area. See, Jake, through, completely through, man. Surviving, man. But what you think is gonna happen when it gets time to roll on these so-called white people? This weirdo right here. Look at this. Come on, man. You see our people? These are our people, man. Okay? This is Job 24 and 1. Why, seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. Yeah, that's these so-called white people. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves. All right, and that's exactly what you so-called white people are doing, man. You turn away the needy, man. You turn them away, and what do they have to do? They resort to drugs, alcohol, homelessness, criminality. All right. And it's not just Jake. Look, you got Edomites. A lot of Edomites out there, man. Okay, look, this guy could be a so-called Jew for all we know, man. All right. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves. All right. It says, behold, as wild asses in the desert go they forth to their work, rising betimes for prey. The wilderness yieldeth food for them and for their children. Right. They reap one of his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. All right. Let me get some. Oh, let me keep reading it. I'm gonna skip down actually. Hold on one second.